You're watching Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony, and this is Cher from Vixen. You better watch this show.
Alrighty, happy Saturday. It is Saturday. Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's
it
9
is.
o'clock Eastern, Saturday, March 11th, 2023. Show me your pick. Yes, it is. Fruitcake Tony, Keith Campbell, Brendan B. squared along. What's up, guys? Brendan, what's happening, bud?
Not much, man. It snowed again today.
Ooh.
I think it didn't snow all winter. We got 1 or 2 storms. March, we've had 3 storms already, and then they're threatening another one for next week, which I'm fine with. But they could have moved it back a month. So I'm good with it though. So it's like up and down. You probably what in the 80s now?
We are. I need to mow my grass. I'll say that.
Oh man, yeah, I can't see my grass right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what about you, Keith?
I've been in Seattle and San Diego style.
Well, you're not. I mean, at least you're not near Mammoth. Would they get like 500 inches of snow? Jeez.
Oh yeah, they got freaking slammed.
Holy cow!
I
500
think I saw,
inches.
That's
insane.
Yeah, I saw a picture the other day. There was a woman in front of her car, and
it's full blown spring here, pollen. I'm glad to see it, man.
I don't like spring because of the fact that I'm allergic to everything outside when it starts to pop. You know? Yeah. I don't do well then. So, but that's okay.
Right. We're talking Ron Wood tonight. Got a bunch of Ron Wood guitar picks, a bunch of new stuff too to show you. We'll go into some very cool 10-shot rock and roll trivia tonight at about the 1 hour mark. Yeah.
Cool. That is cool.
And we have a very special guest waiting in the green room. Yeah, we do.
Man. And he's getting green right now as we speak.
But I'll tell you, before we bring him in, let's pop open the chat. I haven't opened it yet. Let's see.
It's been on. We'll get quite a few in there.
All righty. I'll start at the bottom, and then I'll work my way up. Dan in New Jersey. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Dan.
Janice Lala. Good to see you, Janice. Hip Metal Works in the house. Zach Thong. What's up, Zach? Dave Z. What's up? Graphite and Cigars. What's happening? Symmetry. What's up, Trev?
What's going on, Trev?
Scrolling up. Thomas Santiago. What's up, Thomas? All right. Good to see you guys. OU812 in the house. What's up, bud?
OU. Good show the other night.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. All right. I'm still scrolling up. Somebody at the very, very, very... David Bros, good to see you. I'm scrolling down. My poor mouse. I need a new mouse, man. Bad. All right.
Mouse? You have the move around one, or you got the little ball? I got the little rolly ball one. I like the ball.
He's got a laser boy.
Yeah. Maybe I just need a hand bracers. I don't know.
Need a little spray, maybe.
Adam Roach just popped in. Hey, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
And Ryan Hall. Hello, Ryan.
Yeah.
Right in.
Oh,
Good
no.
to see you, Adam.
He's got family in the ER tonight. We'll pray for your stepmother? Yeah. Yes, we will definitely pray. Prayers coming at you, buddy.
Yep.
Hopefully all is well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we will. She and you and your family are in our prayers, buddy.
Hang in there, dude.
Definitely. Prayers for
So yeah.
John Deshane. How's it going, bro?
Hey, John. Adam Roach in the we certainly enjoyed both part 1 and part 2, Adam. Please go check out Adam's new videos. His links are down below in my descriptions.
Put those on, subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything.
Yeah.
Do the same with us, of course.
And hit that like button.
Yeah.
And share.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He puts out some good content.
We're talking about those two. Steve Rosen narrates. They're each about 6 or 7 minutes long, but they're so cool. And there's audio in there from Steve's tapes of Eddie. It's just so cool. Thank you, Adam.
Yeah. Great listen. Even when you're just like doing stuff around the house, it's great to listen to. Such a great interview.
And Steve actually picks up his own book and reads out of it. It's so cool.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hey, Hit Metalworks. Good to see you, man.
Yeah. There's Tommy.
Yo, Ben Tommy.
What's up, bro?
What's going on, Tom?
All right. Let's bring in
Mr. Mean Green.
Our bro. Here he comes. Ben Coombs in the house. Right on.
What's the right place? Oh, look at this. I'm pulling.
Yeah, it is.
Focus, not focus. Oh, all right. The camera's kind of. Hey, there we are. Hey, folks. How you doing?
There it is.
Back and forth.
Right on. Good to see you, bro.
Great to see you guys. Great to see everybody in the chat. And surrounded by all the picks. I like this. Yes.
Yeah.
Finally.
I like that.
138th episode. Finally talk about Ronnie Wood. I've been... Tony's got sick of me with the picket sign at the end of the driveway. It's only on Tuesdays, Keith, but because, I'm busy. But every Tuesday, I'm like, come on, right away. He's like, I know. We got the cavalcade. He says, there's other people in the world. I'm like, no, there isn't. He's well, I'm afraid there is. I'm like, not so much. But finally.
We did a Stones episode. You were here. We did a Stones episode.
Yeah.
And now we have to do each member, so you'll be back each time.
Yeah.
We won't do a Charlie Watts. Well, we could do a Charlie Watts one. But.
Why not?
Do we know any drummers in the house?
We could.
Hey. We've done Show Us Your Stick.
Oh,
this episode was by request. Ben asked over a year ago, let's do a Ron Wood show. Yeah, okay. Right on.
Good.
He put it on the calendar and finally came around.
Ronnie Wood is my spirit animal. Yeah, well, that was the thing. He said it's on the calendar, Brendan. He didn't tell me what year.
Well, yeah. That right.
Decade.
Yeah, that's fine.
There is that portion.
Guitar Man 45.
Hey.
Yeah, man.
What's up,
He's at
dude?
home taking care of the family instead of out seeing Richie Kotzen and the Winery Dogs tonight. Just saying.
Oh.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yes, his son got called up for service. Rock on to his son, and
all right.
So he's like, I gotta take care of the grandkids. I'm like, I get it. Well, I don't, but I do.
What's up, Jeff K?
I think that just means there's more child labor at the machine shop, Keith. I think that's all that is now.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah. Lots of talk. Ronnie Wood. Oh, where do you start, right?
Oh, start from the beginning. Come on.
All right. Well, there was a brief. Well, he learned how to play guitar, at least competently, right? He sat in with a couple of players here and there, and then really the first notoriety that we would know about outside of the club scene was he was playing bass for the original Jeff Beck group.
Right.
But before we even knew, he was actually the second guitar player in the Jeff Beck group, but they couldn't find a bass player they liked, and Ronnie just, I'll do it. They're like, but you're a guitar player. Bass. I got this. And he did.
How bad could it be?
Right? Did it well. And that was back in the day when you couldn't just ride eighth notes on the route. AC/DC hadn't invented that yet. Bass players had to be actual, dare I say, musicians.
You're pissing off a lot of bass players.
Yeah, just like 14
Sorry, Jay.
sounds. They're all from bass players. But moved over to the bass and did that, and then what? Steve Marriott was like, I am really not digging the Small Faces anymore, guys. Like, I really want to stretch my legs, be more blues rock. And the Small Faces guys said, we're not really into the blues rock. We're kind of still pop more. We want to keep it a little poppy. He said, screw you guys, I'm out of here. Fine. Well, it takes two people with Steve Marriott, so they got Rod Stewart and Ronnie Wood, because they were just had it with Jeff Beck at that point, which Jeff was a bit of a handful at times. And at that time, I get it. And so what happened? They joined. They got rid of the Small. They became the Faces, and what did they become, Keith? A blues rock band. Well, sorry. And then they're like, fine. And they're like, look, everyone else is doing it. Clapton started doing it. Everyone's doing it. This is the thing. Nobody wants to hear the bubblegum pop. We gotta
they fucking exploded then.
Yeah, and then right, because stay with me. Come on, Hot Legs. Come on. That's why they are possibly one of the best bands ever. Just saying.
Yeah.
And then
they played
Rod
lead
Stewart
on that.
started doing a solo thing. And he's like, hey, Ron, you mind playing along with me on the solo record? Well, muzzle, we get along and writing tunes together with the previous band. So really, the first 5 Rod Stewart solo albums, it's all Ronnie Wood. It's all right. It's Ronnie Wood.
It's all Ronnie.
And then, in the Stones, they couldn't keep a guitar player for a while. So they're like, do you mind helping some fellas out, and come out on tour? He's like,
okay.
All right. And at that time, the Small Faces were like, seriously, dude. Like, seriously. Are we done? Like, well, we're not really done, but Rod Stewart solo, and we're here, and I'm with the Stones. I'm busy. And that's why Ronnie was everywhere. And then he's like, so am I a full member of the Stones? They're like, you're on a trial.
His first album with the Stones was Black and Blue, right?
I believe so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Hashtag lifestyle choices. But because,
I was waiting for that. Who got that number?
Because the Stones, he's like, am I a full member? They're like, no. He's like, fine. And that's where we got the first Ron Wood solo album called I Got My Own Album to Do. Because he's playing with the Stones and the Faces.
His own album to do.
And Rod Stewart's solo career. He's like, I got my own album to do. Which is really weird because you hear Ron, I love Ron, not the strongest singer in the world, I'm saying, folks. And then you got Rod Stewart singing back up to him. You're like, well, you can have guest vocalists, Ronnie, is what I'm saying. Rod's right there. He's got the lyric sheet. Just do that.
George Harrison was on that too, right? George Harrison was on that first album, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Because everyone loves Ronnie. The famous story was Keith Richards ran into Ronnie's wife at one of the clubs in London. And he said, where's Ronnie to? And he's, well, he's at home. He's recording an album. He's trying to write stuff. Oh, well, this club blows. Let's go on back to your place and, see if he needs a hand. Keith left 3 months later. Watch what happens when you bring Keith Richards home, folks. I'm just saying. You may have an infestation for a number of months, but you get an album out of it, too. So,
I guess it's a toss-up.
Yeah, and then, he's touring with Stones ever since, and, he did the New Barbarians a couple times there in the 70s, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And then by the 80s, he's like, all right, and then occasionally we come out, sit in with Rod,
Yeah.
Oh, I'll come out and play a song, Rod. Sure.
Yeah.
Because he's everywhere.
Yeah, he is.
Like you said. Yeah.
Cool. Who hasn't he played with?
God. I don't know.
When you say that, Keith,
seeing him play with Chuck Berry.
Here's a tangent. John Duchesne's going to love this. So I'm at a thrift store a couple months ago with my sister. Okay. We love Amanda. I see a Don Johnson LP. Right? I'm like, oh, I got to look at this. This is so 80s, right? And, it's back in the day, packaging, Brendan, even though it's a single album, it's still folded out. Because, mazel. And you open it up, and it's just a photo collage. Double album photo collage. Yes. Like this is gonna be so 80s. And I'm looking. Ronnie Wood is in a quarter of the photos.
Of course he is.
Because Ronnie Wood.
Well,
it's like there's Don Johnson and Muhammad Ali. Oh, and look, there's Ronnie Wood in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, Lenny Lou.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey, Lenny.
And Mary.
Oh.
They had a Mary for me, sweetheart. Kisses
So
for your book.
you're saying who didn't he play with? I mean, and he did that one album, 1, 2, 3, 4. We had everybody on that one.
Right.
Again, Bowie, Clapton, Prince, Bo Diddley, Ringo Starr, Aretha Franklin. Jeez.
What the hell?
How did he just
man?
do that?
Well,
making an album, we know how to play on
remember,
it.
Brendan,
All right.
like back in the day, I don't know, maybe it was a lot of it was PBS telethon based, but there was always like anniversary events, someone's birthday, where at the end there's like 9 guitar players up there and they're all taking lead breaks. There was always 2 guitar players you can guarantee were going to show up. Jimmy Vaughn and Ronnie Wood.
There you go. Right.
Jimmy Vaughn and Ronnie Wood. They're both going to be there. And half the time they were sitting with the house band. They weren't even just guesting. They were just in the house band. Is that Ron Wood? Yeah, sure. And Leland Sklar probably on bass,
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Steve Cropper too, maybe.
Exactly. And
Or Stone Baxter.
so what happens? You do all those events, then you got an album to do, you start calling in all the favors. And then you have the sheet like that. Even though they're all on different labels and stuff, they're like, screw it. I'm doing a favor for Ronnie.
Yeah.
I don't need a cut because I'm appearing on it. They're like, whatever, that's Ronnie.
I follow Leland on Facebook or Instagram. I can't remember. He's got some good stories, man.
Yeah.
He's played with everybody.
Well, when you play on everything, you have all the stories, I would assume. Right?
Yeah.
He's great.
Now, he's a real bass player.
He's
not a
bass player.
He'll do that if you want it, and it's great because he's a freaking metronome.
Oh, of course.
He is a human metronome. Whatever you want.
Well,
I love the days when he ended up being like a guest bassist on Arsenio.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Those days I just loved. I was like,
everywhere.
oh, yeah. The arm hair would jump up. I'm like, yeah.
People just sitting in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same as guys you'd see sitting in with the SNL
What's up,
band.
Chris?
Right? Because you're in town, you're in New York, Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
You're already hanging out with the guys.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, you want to sit in? Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Yep.
shit, that's what
Hey,
happened with
Patty
Eddie.
Deal.
Hey, Patty.
Hi, Patty.
Nice to see you.
What's up, Patty?
Patty.
Here are your pillows, Patty.
Exactly, Tom. There's your rhythm section. Leland Sklar and Waddy
Right?
Wachell. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I always say, what's a good exercise in rhythm? Edge of 17. Do that and not have your forearm muscles all cramp up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Ben, we know you're a big Stones fan. I've known that for as long as I've known you. Is Ron Wood? Who's is Ron Wood the guy in the Stones? Is he your favorite?
See, for the longest time, I thought it was Keith Richards. I'll be honest. I thought it was Keith Richards.
Uh-oh.
And that until my early to mid 20s. And then I was just watching a concert. I again, PBS thing, and I'm just, I'm like, no, it's wrong. I'm like, Ronnie, I like Keith. I like his playing. I like his tone. I really like Ronnie's playing. I really like Ronnie's tone. So, and I just I'm like, wait a minute. I think I actually like Ronnie better. And it doesn't matter what's on the album, because honestly, there's not a lot of Ronnie Wood on any of the Stones albums. It's all Keith all the time. And then Ronnie just learns the parts because he can do that. He's like a professional, so he learns the part. But they trade off stuff. And just because, I might see them tonight in concert and Keith plays the lead on, let's say, Brown Sugar. Well, tomorrow night you see them and Ronnie took the lead on.
Yeah, they could do that. They do that a lot.
They are
saw that
literally
all the
at this
time,
point they're just co-guitar players, and that works out too, because when you're playing a library of tracks and certain songs, Keith took the lead on certain singles, we'll say, over the years, whereas back, originally Keith was a rhythm player originally. until they started doing weird, funky open G, little solo stuff, and they're like, "That's funky." And he's like, "All right." And they're like, "Well, you take the lead on it," and the rest of the stuff. You figure you had Mick Taylor in the band previously. The guy's a monster player. Well, someone's got to play those parts. Well, you got to hire Ronnie Wood because he's piece of cake.
Well,
all right.
What gets overlooked a lot of times too, it is the creator of those songs, arguably the greatest writing duo, Lennon and McCartney, and Who's Next. So that gets overlooked.
Yeah, Jagger and Richards, and that they figured that out from the start. Was Keith would be the riff maker, and Mick would put down his lyrics over top, and Mick could play a bit, and Mick's a hell of a harp player. Oh my, and I wish he would do it more. I remember it was last year. It was like on the Instagrams or something like that. It was one of those. They were messing around the studio, and Mick's all smiling. I'm like, oh, good, Mick's smiling, because that means if Mick's in a good mood, it's a very loose atmosphere. I'm not saying he's a prima donna, but he is the lead singer. That's all I'm saying. And then he busts out on the harp. And he's like, oh, I haven't played one in years. And then it's just like, for shame if I ever pick one up. Because the man, I'm like, oh, wow. And then you realize all those.
His opener before Midnight Rider, or Rambler, I'm sorry. He would always do a freaking awesome opener.
And you think all those tours back in the day, they're probably playing on acoustics on the tour bus, and Mick's got his harp.
Yeah.
It's easier than singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Great
I
blues
forget.
band. Blues rock band.
What show was that? I remember seeing him at the Garden one year, and then they had the smallest stage on the back of the Garden. They were like, bring everybody over there. It was just like the four of them. And then they'd start playing little blues songs and stuff like that. I think that was in, 99?
Great blues band for pure blues, because that's what they learned on, right? And worshiped.
Yeah. Yeah. And he would just go freaking off on the harp on that small stage. Yeah. Oh, my God. That was such... I mean, even thinking about it today, it still makes the arm hairs jump up. It was such one of my favorite shows, I mean, I saw him shit time at Giant Stadium and, at Brendan Burns.
Well, they like playing outdoors because they can still smoke a pack of cigarettes on stage over the course of a set.
Well, yeah. I mean,
every guitar change is probably a new dart as well, right?
Yeah. I saw him on that. The first time I saw him was the 81 tour.
David asked, Ronnie written any Stones songs? See, I'm terrible at that. And I would say possibly, but it would probably be newer stuff. Like I'm thinking 90s forward. Yeah. I don't think he had anything, Steel Wheels or prior. I put Steel Wheels in at the end of that era, right? Because that's the last Bill Wyman involvement leading up into that. It was their comeback post the 80s break. Essentially, which was most of the 80s.
At that very moment was the when music and entertainment meant the most,
it was that it was the Stones that started what we know of as the mega concerts today, which I mean by high ticket price, but it's going to be over the top, with the huge stage. They kicked up and then it was the Eagles after them, essentially, because the Stones really hadn't done much since the early 80s. Really. And, Mick was into acting. Oh, I'm going to be an actor. Whatever, Mick. I know you want to be an actor.
Yeah, it was
Donna. But anyways, we love Mick. But he wanted to be, and he's hanging out with that crowd. That's how you end up with a disco song, because he's hanging out at Studio 54. And then he's like, I want to make a disco song. He's like,
so he does have some. He does have some co-writer credits. Dance, Black Limousine, One Hit to the Body, and Had It With You.
There we go.
So.
Hit to the Body, I knew about. Yeah, Black Limousine.
I like that. Ed says Ron Wood is the Kenny Aronoff of guitars everywhere. And that was it. Yeah, the Steel Wheels album. That was a great album too for a comeback, because that's hit or miss. Like if you come back and that album's a dud, well, now you can only play your 60s stuff going forward. Yeah. You can't just give it up, basically. You become that retro act full on, whereas they're like, no, we're coming back, but we're, and we're going to support a new album. And it was great.
And then after that, they just blazed on with, Voodoo Lounge, Bridges to Babylon. And
all like through the 90s, it was crazy because every time they would gear up for a world tour, every cycle, which would be every 3 years, we'll say, they spent a month plus in Toronto rehearsing. They always rehearsed in Toronto because it was weird for green card reasons for international acts. It was easier for them to get a foothold in Canada, say for a month or so, and then it's like, come on in. Whereas it's a real hassle to enter the U.S. as a working internet. They did it. But it was cool because they would play surprise club dates, like they did playing at the El Macombo or the Horseshoe under some name called like the Voodoo Heads. And you're like, who's the Voodoo Heads on a Tuesday night? And you walk in, Stones, what's going on? They're obviously back.
Did you catch any of those?
I love when they do that.
I did not. I'd heard about all of them. You hear about it obviously after the fact, but because being 100 miles
a bunch of bands have done that before. I think
a lot of bands used to do that too in the 80s prior to European deal. They do rehearsals in and around London before heading, like Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue. I know both played shows under different names in London clubs.
Top of my head, one. But I've heard of that before.
I did talk. I remember my mom used to work with a cook at a restaurant. He used to live in London for a while, and he went out to a club one night, and it was some band, like they were called like Sunset Strip, and he's like, "Oh, it's going to be some terrible," and this would be in the midnight, early 90s. It would have been Use Your Illusion night. No, around that, early night. No, wasn't because it was Motley Crue. Sunset Strip sound, or something like that, and Motley Crue, and it was a 150 seat pub.
Wow.
Maybe, loud. He was so loud. I'm like, I bet, because for Mick to get his own, he needs to be loud.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Zach Thong, the Stones even got buttoned up. Keith Richards. Keith had to pee. I think Keith had to pee. And the man decided to make a deal out of it because he's like, oh boy, Keith Richards will piss where I want to, but which is true. Let's be honest, it's true. But so as a result, they played a free show for Community Spirit, I believe, in Oshawa as a result.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like around the back of a building. It's not like he was out on the street or on the sidewalk.
I mean, like pissing on the Alamo.
Now, granted, he still could have been nailed probably for public intoxication because 70s and Keith, setting the standard. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, unless you knew ahead of time, or unless you like the place, you're not going to go out on a weeknight and watch a.
Well, the weird thing about the story too is the fact that it happened in Oshawa, where they would have never been playing. Like literally, they were probably driving down the 401 highway. Keith had to pee. They pulled off the highway somewhere.
Wandering in a bar.
Because they would have been going probably from Toronto to Montreal or vice versa, or Ottawa.
I've done that. But it's never been Motley Crue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Keith H saw Joe Walsh do a similar gig. Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love it when they do that, though.
I'm just going to say it right here. That Keith H guy is a character. I'm just going to say it. He's a character.
He is. They all are.
Yeah,
either you knew about it though ahead of time. I mean,
right, or afterwards, like you said. Yeah.
Maybe a handful knew, but
and you kick yourself in the butt because you didn't see it.
Yeah, that sounds like something Keith that happens to Keith.
Yeah, he'd
doesn't happen to me. Happens to Keith like that.
This guy or
Yeah.
Keith Richards?
No, you.
No, you.
Oh.
You'd be like walking in. Oh, holy cow!
Yeah.
Metallica's here.
Yeah, that's actually shit like that has happened to me a shit ton. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I walked into a
played the craziest place. They played what? Was it comic book store or comedy club or record store in Nashville? Because they started having bands in there.
Yeah, on National Record Day, wasn't it?
No. Well, yes, but originally
like
because they had just started having a few indie acts in there because they could only hold like 25 people because it's a record store. And and then they heard about it and they wanted to do it type thing or something. And then word got out and they couldn't do it, but then they did do it. It was, because chaos. Because that was like 90s that happened where they were like ridiculous rock stars, right? Like 5 years post Black album, they were just still like they could, and they kind of did just fart into a microphone and release it as an album, and it didn't matter because you know,
the super fans will buy it.
Reload.
Yeah, I've never been to a secret show either. Bet Tom said he'd never seen one. The closest one to me was when Huey Lewis and the News played at the Chance at the Sportscasters. They played them as the Sportscasters. They used to do that. So.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
That would have been
I've always wanted to see them.
That's
me too.
Yeah.
So, but they played here, and I found out like the day or two later because my mom's friend went and knew them. I'm like, you couldn't have told me. I didn't know you liked that. You could have asked.
Right.
I mean, I was a kid, but still.
I haven't been to any secret shows like that. I've been to a couple private events, you know, and that was different. You know, one would be Los Lobos, which I said to you guys off air, and the other one was an event Schecter Guitars I put on, and I was like, oh man, it's gonna be a Schecter guitar playing band. You know, it's gonna be all screamy, and they're like, it's body count. I'm like, yes, I didn't know they existed for the last 20 years. So yes.
God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking iced tea.
I was like, I'll relive my youth for an hour. It was cool.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
I got a body count for you story right there.
I went live on Facebook, Keith, and cousin Doug is like, "Are you at a body count show?" I'm like, "I am."
What? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blew his mind.
Oh god, freaking! I took 1 year. I went. It was 2000. I went to the New York Auto Show, and I'm checking out the new Shelby car. You know that he put out, the Shelby 2000. And who comes walking up with me? Fucking Ice T. He's like, this is a badass machine. Isn't it? I'm like, holy shit, yeah, it is. We just started talking, and we walked our way right into the freaking into the auto show together. And then there was his wife's butt.
Baby got back.
I got those guys' guitar picks. There'll be a body count. Show me your pick.
Face full.
Nice.
Face full of her butt going right up the escalator. And he's right behind me. I'm just like, just trying not to be a bad
Sorry,
boy.
Mr. T. Sorry, Mr. Ice T.
He's like, no, it's beautiful. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
do you call him Mr. T with respect? Because he's like, I'm not Mr. T.
You
I'm
can't
like,
call
well, I know
him
you're
Mr.
not,
T.
but you are.
I just called him Ice.
You'd have to call him Mr. Ice T.
I called him Ice. He's like, no, just call me Ice.
That's cool.
That's great.
Yeah, he was so freaking badass. He was so cool. He just laid back as fuck. You know, and this is before he started acting and everything too. So it's like, damn. Oh,
cool.
Now, I think the only private party that I've ever did, some of them do it. I got meet and greet, VIP, whatever, to Tim McGraw just 5 or 6 years ago.
wow. Nice.
What it involved was a tent and Outback Steakhouse and a lot of good food, but there was
I'm down with those. Like if the VIP is like, here's an 8x10 that you're going to ruin by the end of the show. You're like,
there was nothing like that. That was just
picks are cool, lanyards are cool, shirts are cool, posters are not cool in pre-show events unless it's easy to go back out to your car, which it isn't. unless you got
They
there
didn't
early.
have none of that
Although
stuff.
Tony's got. You're like, what'd you get, a handicap spot? How would you get a spot this close? And Tony's like, I'm Fruitcake Tony. You're like, you're right. You're a tea cake. I get it. He's got the velvet ropes there, except they're cheetah print, because
It was
Fruitcake
cool
print.
though, because when you go in, there was no swag, no nothing like that. You go in, there's food, drink, alcohol, beer, wine, soda, water, and in the middle, and that's all. And in the middle of the tent is a little bitty stage, little bitty cowboy stage, and it had a couple of 2-3 stools on it. And Tim came out with his guitar players, and they did a 5 or 6 song little mini set to all us.
Wow.
50, 60 people.
That's cool.
That was cool.
That's freaking
Yeah.
badass.
What's up, Boner Jams? Good to see you, my friend.
What's up,
B
Boner?
Jams. Yeah.
Good to see you, Mr. Jams.
Mr.
So-
B Jams.
I want to say that speaking of Ronnie Wood, who else rocked a Zemetis guitar on a regular basis ever?
Ooh, good question.
There was a handful of other players that played them, but
Not many.
Ronnie's known, like that's one of his signature guitars, if you will. It's that a hardtail Strat, and he's like, I'm good.
Mhm.
You can play anything. No,
Yeah.
that's pretty much it. Hardtail Strat or the Zemetis.
Yeah.
7/8.
But
Mr. Kirk
that,
Pitch himself.
so Jay, that's the thing I always wondered with you though, because I know you're such a diehard Ronnie fan, and Keith is the king of the telly.
Yes.
So
Well, and that's where I get that from. Like I said,
He said it. He
I
said it.
started as a Keith head, but then and then because I realized, I love Keith, but Keith is
thank you.
kind of a one-trick pony. I'll say, he does
Yeah,
what he
yeah,
does, and he does it very well. Like he has all the Keithisms. We'll say it's like BB King. The fills. BB was all about those fills, right? And that's Keith.
Mm-hmm.
He plays in and around Mick, ducking and jiving. And there's Ronnie just holding everything down, which, and being strictly a rhythm player for decades. Wow, he's really. It's sort of like when I saw old Aerosmith footage. I really became a fan of Brad Whitford, because Joe's, I don't even know if he was playing the right song on occasion, but there's Brad holding things down.
Yeah.
And doing a lot of work.
Yeah. Even
Covering
the
a
first
lot
time
of
I
ground.
saw him. Yeah. First time
So,
I saw him, I think was a done.
But yeah,
tour,
in
and
the-
he was off the rails. Yeah.
I've always wanted to try Zemetis. I never have. I've always wanted to try one
Nice.
because they've got that weird metal top that's kind of chambered, raised off the body. I don't know. I don't understand exactly. They look beautiful. Let's be honest. They look beautiful, and it seems they are. I think I've seen one in person, and they are like
Never seen one.
narrower in the waist. That's what I'm saying. It's been shrunk in a bit. So maybe a little like because Ronnie's not a big guy,
No, he's a small dude.
and it looks kind of small on him.
Yeah, he's real lanky. Yeah, he's like, I mean, when you put him up next to Rod Stewart, and Rod Stewart is a lanky dude, he makes Rod Stewart look hefty.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
Yeah.
Those things were shaped like really, really thin, almost like those mini, like those Les Pauls back in the day that were really
The LPs
thin
or
on
the
head.
lights or whatever.
Right,
Which I
the lights,
remember. A guy showed up at a jam with one, and we're like, "Does it come in a men's?"
Yeah. I'll take one.
But then again, I thought Les Pauls were like size of 335s growing up because the only person I really saw playing one was Randy Rhoads.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, they're a big guitar. And I got one. These are not big guitars.
Oh, he's also small.
Yeah.
Do you have any of his artwork?
I do not. I would love some. And fun fact, I don't know if you've seen, he does all their set lists.
Right.
He paints all their set lists.
Yeah.
For each night.
He's quite the artist. I mean, he's got a gallery in London. I think with two of his kids called Scream.
Yeah, and he's been painting for decades.
Oh, forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember when his first displays came out down in Soho, and the place was freaking mobbed. Everybody was just going nuts to go see his artwork. I was like, Ronnie Wood can paint? I looked at it like, holy crap, yeah, he can.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking right now.
Yeah, true. He is a Renaissance man. What can I say?
Yeah.
Looking at the online.
Cannot sing, though. I love you, Ronnie. You can't sing. Oof,
it's Ronnie Wood online art shop.
Yeah.
And you know what? The only thing worse than Ronnie singing is Ronnie with Keith doing harmony.
I was going to say,
like, don't smoke 3 packs of darts before laying down the vocal tracks, is what I'm saying. Because they have the vocal range of A and A sharp at best.
Well,
I was going to say the only thing worse than Ronnie singing is Keith singing.
Yeah, well, ragged is ragged a complimentary term to describe their vocal capabilities?
Hey, waiting on a friend. Come on, they're in there. Yeah. They're trying their best. Yeah.
He's still singing from the heart, man. Come on.
And I love it.
They've been around a long time.
I said, well, hell, if Ronnie can do it, I can do it. Right. He probably figured, well, if Keith can do it, I can do it. So we did it.
Yeah, but he was doing it before Keith.
Yeah. I do not know what amps Ronnie would use, though. That I am lacking in knowledge of. I recall seeing him with Marshalls behind him back in the day, but who wasn't? Because you needed stage volume. Keith was running dual Marshall stacks back. I only played 2 little Fender Tweeds. Bull. We've seen the photos. Marshalls with all the Marshalls. Come on, drinks on top of Marshalls and
yeah. There you go, Keith H. When the whip comes down. Mm-hmm. He wasn't playing any high watts. That was just pretty strictly Townsend back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it was just Marshalls.
Yeah, probably wall of Marshalls. I would imagine.
Yeah.
With a curly cable, because
yeah, you gotta have that.
Yep.
Gotta have the curly cable.
I have one.
I don't have one. Nice.
It's pretentious. It's a 30-foot curly cable that's white.
Wow.
Yeah, but it looks like 4 feet because it's curly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's curly.
Yes.
Yeah. In theory, if one was 2 and one isn't. But I only got that because there was a weird mix-up at the local music store, and they're like, "Hey, you have a store credit." And I'm like, "I shouldn't." And they're like, "Well, you do."
All right.
Okay, I'll be right over to use it. And it was about the cost of that cable, because that cable's $65 Canadian, and I would not spend $65 on a cable because you can buy a pedal for that used.
Now Mick plays
Jimmy,
rhythm.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Mick plays rhythm live
Mm-hmm.
on a couple songs a night.
Yeah.
Short and curly cable.
I was gonna say, I remember one of their, because the Stones were one of the first that did music videos, like in the 70s. Mick's playing guitar in a video, playing in telly. I believe a Pelham Blue with color matching headstock. If I was like, ooh, that's a sweet guitar for a guy who can't really play, because he was Bruce Springsteen, just beating the crap out of it. It looked like
Bruce was a better player than him, though. Come on.
Yeah. Energetic playing of Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
How many picks did he go through a night?
There's a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the new Barbarians, which I'm guessing Ronnie's albums may or may not have been selling enough to recoup all the money he's put into, we'll say. So Ronnie had to tour some albums, we'll say. And so you had Ronnie singing and playing guitar. He hired Keith Richards to play guitar for him, payback. come on, I've been doing it for you for the last number of years. All right. They are, like we said earlier, they are very good. It's like finding a good bass player and drummer that work well together.
Right.
Rod Stewart came out to sing backup vocals, which is weird, but sure, like that. How do you afford that? We don't. All right, this is why they only did a couple of tours. The names that escaped me of the bass player, drummer, and they had a keyboard player. Well, organ. Let's be honest, was no key. Well, there was keyboards, but nobody was using it. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Pink Floyd stuff, but. Yeah. No, they're like, no, just give me a Hammond, possibly into a Merc. I don't know what they're plugging it into, but because they, put together rhythm and blues band basically, and they did, I believe, UK and North American tours. I want to say in like 75 and 79. The Keith Richards incident might have been related to the New Barbarians tour. Now that I'm thinking about it, because the New Barbarians, I believe, did play in Oshawa.
Any fact checkers in there, people? Any fact checkers out there?
Come on, rabbit hole.
Anybody know any retired cops in Oshawa? Zach Wrong, I'm looking at you.
Right on.
Yeah. No. Great band. Some of the best YouTubery out there, like Take a Look, which is he's probably his biggest hit as a solo artist, Take a Look. Which was covered by Izzy Stradlin and the Juju Hounds on Izzy's first solo album. Because I was like, "Oh, I really dig this tune. Why does it sound so familiar?" I'm like, it's an old Ronnie Wood tune. Aha!
Oh.
See, that was what led me down the road, Keith. It actually, now that I think about it, because it's 30 years ago in lifestyle. That's a lot of lifestyle choices ago. 30 years when that out, because I was so stoked when that Izzy album came out. And I'm like, it's a Ronnie Wood tune. Looking at the liner notes, I'm like, it makes so much sense because you are today's Ronnie Wood, and that's
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what led me down the road of shifting from Keith to Ronnie. Because I was already an Izzy fan, but I wasn't sure why I was an Izzy fan. Because Izzy was Izzy, and he was like, I don't talk about myself or anything. I just sit in the back, smoke cigarettes while you talk to Axel and occasionally Slash. That's how that worked. I'm like, who is Izzy? And then I'm like, I understand now. He's a disciple of Ronnie Wood. And again, vocally speaking, Izzy Stradlin, pretty much about the same as Ronnie Wood.
That's about right.
Yeah. Oh, God. It's so funny that you brought that up because first thing I ever, when, I first heard of Izzy, I'm like, holy shit, he reminds me so much of Ronnie. Absolutely. Yeah.
Where's
hanging in the back, just holding down the fort.
Yep.
Yeah.
Always going to be
That's
that
made
guy.
all the difference in the songs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Ian McGlagan. Thank you, Jeff K. He was in the New Barbarians, right? That's why that name sounds familiar.
McGlagan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And Take a Look. I just love that song. The way it drops in from the intro, which is I still can't figure out, and then they just start giving her. That's another song where it's just upbeat, full tempo, and the live version is just as good as the album track. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. That's right, Gear Junkie 35. Izzy left guns. Most of the match left with him.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny. One of my best friends, his wife is a huge Guns N' Roses fan. Huge. Here's a tangent. So when they reformed a few years ago, she's like, we gotta go. She's like, she looks at me. She's like, you're a huge GNR fan. I'm like, I am. With an apostrophe.
But.
Right. And she's like, we're going, right? I was like, I'm not. You have fun. She said, why? I'm like, if Izzy's out, I'm out. And I don't want to be on Slash. She goes, well, you be on Slash's side. I'm like, I don't want to be on Slash's side. I want to be on Izzy's side. And even now, I want to be on, honestly, Richard Fortas' side because I really dig Richard Fortas. And once I dug into him, I'm like, all right, you're good, Izzy. He can play the part and play it well. And
I would just love one show with the original members again. Steven on the kit, and Izzy on stage right.
That'd be lovely.
Oh God, get your lube, boys and girls.
Izzy did show up at a couple of dates in the past few years, and he's been known to, even back when Axel had he was the only original member and had all new guys, he would still show up like at the tail end of the Vegas residencies when he would go there. But it'd be lovely to see all of them together, but not gonna happen.
No.
I was also going to mention, not only does Ronnie play guitar and bass, steel guitar and pedal steel guitar.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Very good at the steel pedal guitar.
Which I always forget, and that's why I just brought it up now. Because I always forget that. And I say, I'm like, right. Genius forgot Spirit Animal. Right. That's why you're my god. Right.
He wanted to keep what Bill Wyman was doing, because he used to do that, so he wanted to keep that going, which was great.
Yeah. I believe he can also play like mandolin. Yeah, he's one of those guys. He could have played in the band. He's one of those. He's good enough. He could have played in the band.
Yeah,
because those guys, in my opinion, are a cut above. Because I remember, was it like one song? There's only one song on one album of the band where Robbie Robertson plays drums, and that was because that was the only instrument left. Because Levon's like, well, I'm playing mandolin, and Danko decided he was playing fiddle or something, and they weren't bothering with a bass because they had a piano player and an organ player, so that was kind of covered, and it didn't need guitar, so he's kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I'll play drums, keep us a basic beat, whatever. But that's why I love those guys too, because swapping up instruments, everybody can sing.
So underrated.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie can play with them.
Always so underrated. Yeah, and it always confused me when I was growing up, because I always thought Robbie was the first one to put a telly or to put a humbucker in a Strat, but it wasn't. Right. It was two single coils, and I didn't find that out until later on. I was like,
just quick.
But he still made it work.
Sorry. Yeah, Fast Eddie from Motorhead had a humbucker in his Strat. The whole time, I'm like, hey, so that might predate, but I'm not sure, because that was mid-70s, so I don't know. Hey, we got music playing.
What that means?
I know this music.
You know what that music is, right?
Yeah, it's the top 10 hit, but number one in my heart.
It is 10-shot rock and roll trivia.
It's trivia jam.
We're gonna.
We got some good trivia tonight, folks.
We're gonna pour into.
Come on, bust out the box of what's coming out of here. What are we playing for?
All right. We're doing it. We're doing it, man.
What are we playing for?
I can't read that size font. My eyes don't go that small.
All right.
I will not give away the answers.
All right. So we are playing for. I'm going to show you guys something on the. We're going to play for a prize pack. The biggest thing is this. I'll show you this now. Frampton Acoustic Classics.
Very nice.
Among other things, I'm going to show you some new giveaways here in a moment.
Ooh,
and you guys in the chat, hang out. I think you're going to dig it.
Who doesn't love
playing for a very cool prize pack? It'll include this Frampton pick plus one of the new ones. I'll show you which one in a little bit, and you'll of course get our Show Me Your Pick picks, our Halenville picks, our B Squared butt cheek picks, and our Andy Carson picks. And if you're looking at a cool Mean Street J Turner bass pick too.
Ooh, you mean like
I
this?
know you don't have one. Yeah, show them the other side.
Yeah, like that.
I'm not even.
I have to send Ben a new decal.
Oh,
yeah,
come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got
one of these, maybe.
I have just the road
Oh,
case for that
yeah.
to go on too.
Nice.
Where-
Before we do trivia, real quick,
What you got?
What's
Let
that?
me
Why is
show
that
you.
type of stuff?
So
Show
I don't
me your
want to
stick.
forget. I'm going to
Oh,
show
wait,
you
just
my
hold it.
sticks.
Show me your stick.
All right, so
Show me your
these
stick, man.
are Kelly Keegy.
Oh, from Night Ranger.
However you
Nice.
say is from Night
Yeah,
Ranger.
that's right. Kelly Keagy.
Kelly.
I thought you said Kelly King for a second. I'm like, who?
Yeah. Those look played too.
I don't think they have been.
No,
They're
they
not
look
game
like
played?
they're pretty damn
They're-
dirty.
They were. It looks like they were taped
Yeah.
with that mess, you know.
They got
Yeah.
the skank all over them.
Right.
Is he Canadian? Like wrapping his sticks with hockey tape before the set?
I don't know.
Something like that.
Here,
Yeah.
just move out. There we go. Oh, now I'm too high. Literally.
Like what we used to do with lacrosse
There we
sticks
go.
back in the day.
All right,
there we go.
kids.
Found my pick. Now,
We are
I'm one of the
playing-
cool kids.
There it
Nice.
is. We're playing
There you go.
10-shot rock and roll trivia.
Yeah.
There's 10 questions about music and rock and roll trivia. And let me
Well,
get
it seems like a
down
doubles
to
of
it.
a show me your pick. That goes into the regular rotation of pick being used in the studio too.
You should always
You're
have
using your
multiple.
I got doubles, Keith, and I'm just saying, who am I gonna? Tony won't trade me his own picks back for some reason. I'm like, come on, trade me that Chuck Berry pick. He's like, come on, that was from like 1953. I'm like, I don't care. I got a Fruitcake Tony pick. They're worth $1 million.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Oh,
Yeah, check the market, man. It's
Yeah.
up there.
Should I
They've
get a
been
couple mil
found
sitting
in
in here? There.
weirder places.
Find one on the internet for sale. Good luck. They're so rare. I'm just saying.
I
So,
did.
so kids, there is an email address down below. If you are the winner, it says trivia winners email. Send a description. Email me your name and address, and I'll mail you out a very cool Show Me Your Prize pack out Monday morning. But know that when Brendan down there is the judge, and this is just a fun way to give back to you guys. And there's a delay between the StreamYard and YouTube, and it affects the chat order. So what we see on the panel is not what you see in the chat. So know that. But,
What's up, Donald Young?
hey, Don.
And Ivan's Kazoo Shed.
Ivan's
You're
Kazoo
just in time.
Yep.
We have a very
Yeah.
fun batch of questions for you tonight.
Yep.
Ben, it's so good to see you, bro.
Great to see you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we all know that the Sunday night hang is 8 o'clock Eastern,
Yes,
and
sir.
the Canucks with Guitars is 8 o'clock Eastern Monday.
Most Mondays, because I've been doing some Monday night hangs as well.
Yes, you have.
Because
Mm.
I'm not saying that certain people can't make it on a Sunday because it's family day quite often, things like that.
Yeah.
So a fellow opened up, he gave the co-hosts, I'm like, you get the week off because I had Michael Nielsen on last Monday. Now I am back with Canucks with Guitars this Monday, but not the next Monday, but I can't say, but it's a big deal who's been on the channel before.
And then the occasional Tuesday Nast Canucks. Don't
On
forget
Tuesday.
about that.
Yeah, which will be full-time in the evenings, Keith, effective April, apparently. Hockey
Yay.
season's over. Doug doesn't have to drive an ice resurfacer every other. He goes back to days.
If
Then goes
for
into retirement.
If for some strange reason you are not subscribed to Ben Coombs, his YouTube link is down below as always.
Help a
Click
fellow
it,
out. I'm like
click
4
it,
subs
and
away from
come back.
4,500. How about that? Is there 4
wow,
people
nice.
that aren't already?
That's
Get me to
all?
4,500. Yeah.
I'll start another account. Just,
I'm not.
have
Well, the
another
last
subscriber.
month's been good, Keith. I'm not going to lie. The last month's been pretty good. I've had some good guests. No offense to previous guests, other months, but
Oh.
I've noticed a little ramp up in the algorithm. It's like, wow, I gained that many subs the last month.
You're getting
Right
some
on.
girth, brother. You're getting some girth.
Well, Jay, ice resurfacer, yes. He hates it when I say Zamboni because that's like saying a Skidoo or Kleenex. That's a name brand. He actually drives an Olympia ice resurfacer.
Zamboni. Yeah.
So, but yes, the
That's
common
almost as bad as curling.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get into some trivia, shall we?
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Kids,
Come
get
on.
ready to type.
Get to the chopper.
Coming at you. 10 questions, 10 shot rock and roll trivia for tonight.
I'm the backup judge for butt cheeks tonight because I don't know why not. And I'm not going to remember the answers anyways, even though I was emailed the answers and we went over the answers prior to this. So good luck, everybody.
Here we go.
Tap into the brain is what I'm saying.
Well, you were busy in the green room too, so.
Well, there was that. What's up, Terry?
You're just in time. Here we go. Question number 1 coming at you.
Here
you go.
Ron Wood joined the Stones in 1975, but did not become a full financial partner until what year?
And the guesses are coming in.
Yep.
No.
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 Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Knee. Knee.
The Knights are saying knee. Nope. No.
Nope. Tom's just guessing all the years.
I know.
I know.
He's carpet bombing.
He'll eventually
Just
get
skipping around. Yeah.
Hello,
That's
Kelly.
what they should all be doing.
Yeah.
Hey, Kel.
I like Ivan's answer.
Mom.
Jessica Alba. Is
Right.
that Quentin? Is that
Wait,
Quentin?
yeah, is that
Quentin.
Quentin?
What?
Jay.
No,
Hi,
not
Cindy.
2020. No. No. Oh, no.
No. No.
He is in there. It is a year.
Yeah, he is now. He is now.
It's not a trick question. It is.
I think I see it.
No,
I
it's not
don't.
420.
No, you see. Oh, now I see it. Now I see
Bada
it.
bing. I see
It's
it.
Ed.
Ed.
Bam.
In
There he is.
1993, the same year I got married, actually.
All right.
Yeah. Basically, long story short, when Bill Wyman left the band, rather than redistribute, they said, "Do you want to take Ron or Bill?" About time. Jeez, now I can fire Keith as my own personal guitar player. Although you notice when Keith went out solo in the '80s, who'd he have? Waddy Wichell, which I get.
Yeah.
All right,
He
man.
played for somebody else. He played for Stevie Nicks
Yes.
Yes.
on her solo tour.
But I think Ronnie was busy doing a reunion thing with Rod Stewart around that time too, like the Rod Stewart That Unplugged deal.
Could be.
Right.
I think they toured that because who didn't, right? They're like, well, we already got all the acoustic gear. Might as well tour it.
All
right, so Ed is on the board here.
Ed's on the board.
Rare and
No, Tom, it's
go.
now 316.
All right, number 2. Let's go.
Bring it.
All right, you got to think now. Complete the next line to this song. Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday. Who
We
could
need all the
hang a
words.
name on you when you change with every new day?
We want all the words too, in the right
Tried to
order.
say
All of
that in a manner that
Tom, the chat is not a calculator.
We're not going boobs.
No. Janice.
Janice. Yes.
Knew it.
Janice. Knew Janice was going to get there.
Good job, Janice.
Yeah, right on.
I thought Janice
Still
would get it.
gonna miss
I
it.
knew she would know it.
I want to know, Janice,
Know
have
it.
you covered that song?
Many times
just
she
kidding.
has. She does that all the time.
Good to see you, Janice.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, number 3, folks.
All
Number
right,
three.
so Janice
Number
is
three's
on the
it.
board.
Number 3.
Okay, so
350.
this is going to involve
Visual aid.
A picture. And you
this will be good.
on an ID. This
Now,
baby.
I will say, Keith, only because I had already seen that exact photo, I knew right away. But I would have to.
No answers till we.
I'm not saying.
Nope.
No answers till
No,
we
he was saying
show.
in the chat.
Yeah, I'm talking to the chat.
That's
All right,
not
here
you
we
guys.
go. You have to ID this band. Number 3. Here we go. I'm gonna show a picture.
Who is it? Who
Name
is it?
that band. Who's that band?
No, it's not Ram Jam, Tom. That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was last week. Come on, lifestyle.
Was it last week? It was last week.
I just find it interesting. The guitar player on the far left usually plays a Les Paul in the band. I'm just saying. Essentially, they have a photo of a
No
strap.
hints.
No hints for the kiddos.
That's no hint.
Yes,
Unless
it
you know
is.
exactly who that is. Then you know.
Yeah, that's a
But
hint.
if you don't know, then
Still
you
a
don't
hint.
know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
Nice try, Ed.
Puff and
Nope.
stuff.
Nope.
PTO. Steve and the Steves now. Oh, Dan of New Jersey.
Oh, Dan. Nice.
Dan of New
Wow.
Jersey
Yes.
coming in like a champ.
Nice
Yes,
job,
he
sir.
did.
Very
This
nice.
is the new lineup for April Wine, effective a week ago tonight.
Last
We'll say
week.
since
Yeah.
Miles' last show was a week ago. Last week. That's what I'm
Damn.
saying. So
Damn.
yes, I can't remember the name of the new guy. Not really
Nicely
aware of
done.
him, but I'm sure he's nice.
Nicely done, sir.
Yeah.
Great
Tough
job,
one.
man. Wow.
That was
a
not a
tough one for me.
softball.
No,
All
that was
right.
massive
Tom and the
curve.
Tom. Steely Dan.
Okay, so Dan is on the board. So Ed, Janice, and Dan are
Yep.
rolling right along here. We're going to question
Oh,
number
Andy, it's
4.
not Guar. Not
Guar.
Guar.
All right, so some of these are hard and some of these are
They're all hard based on certain
finger
lifestyle choices.
rolls.
He's like, I should know this.
Shit.
What is those?
Then you don't know it when you should. Go ahead. Number 4.
Speaking of finger rolls, no, sorry.
Yeah, how's Duke?
He's
Yeah.
just had a swipe parade on somebody. That's all.
Duke's winning by a lot. All right, number 4. Here we go. This song, written by Mick Jagger, is the opening track and the first single off the 1971 album Sticky Fingers. Name the song.
Good one. Good song. And great album.
First album recorded on their mobile recording studio.
Yes, it was.
Ah.
Yes.
Because the Stones just released a video this week on the mobile recording studio, and that's how I know that. And it's fresh in my memory because I watched it like yesterday.
No.
I like Donald Young. He loves April.
Where you at, Janice?
Jeff K. Jeff K. is in. with the win.
JFK. Bada
Nice.
boom.
Brown sugar.
Great.
That was also the name of my son's basketball team when he played for CYO.
Great. That song was recorded in Muscle Shoals.
Ooh.
Because
Yeah,
they had
it
brown
was.
shirts.
That's the thing about
All
the
right.
Stones. One of their albums has like 4 or 5 different studios on it quite often.
Yeah.
Cool.
They get around,
Yeah, they
it's
do.
still a singles game, T.
Mm-hmm.
especially
All
when
right.
recording while on the road. Anyways, yes. Number 5?
Number 5.
Number
we're at number 5.
number 5.
Number
Okay,
5.
yeah. So number
Oh, wait.
5. So
5.
it's a
Not
4-man,
4.5.
3-man, one-woman race.
4B. Keith's going 4B.
Oh.
Sheesh. Put a hat on that thing, will you?
Yeah.
Put
No,
a-
the nub. Oh, I
Yeah,
forgot to put a tongue on there. I'm sorry.
Don't. Yeah, that's okay.
A glove.
He's
A
drawing it now.
hat. A hat.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Need
putting a
a
tongue on
face mask on that thing. Make him like a
Hats
one
for
of the
bats.
Mexican wrestlers or something. Put a mask on him.
Lucha Libre.
Yeah, lucha libre.
All right.
All right,
So
what you got?
number 5.
Number
So
5.
it's a 4-person race. We're going to question number 5. Get ready to type. Coming at you now, number 5.
Ready to go.
What band was Ron Wood a member of after the Jeff Beck group, but before the Rolling Stones?
Who was paying attention tonight? That's that question. That's
That too.
right.
Is that no? Andy Carson.
There you go, Andy. Yep.
Andy Carson.
There it is.
And I just found out he still has not received the amp, so I'm gonna have to yell at the postal service because it should have been there like a week and a half ago. So
Wow.
the mail can't be that bad, Andy. Something had to happen, so I will find out what's going on with that.
Ooh.
Not happy about it.
All right. We'll keep you posted about that.
Yes, we will.
No,
Andy.
Jay, not feces. No.
All right.
No.
So Brendan,
No.
after 5 questions, what's the score here?
It's 1-1, 1-1, and 1.
And who are these?
He's wide open.
So we got Ed, Janice, Dan of New Jersey, Jeff K, and Andy Carson.
Yeah.
Okay, right on. Good
A
game.
3. I think if you get 3, you got it locked up.
Jay gets
No
half a
bad
point
Tom.
with feces. Jay gets half a point.
But Ben Tom with semi-feces.
Jay's used to getting partial credit and stuff,
Oh my
right?
God, you guys are killing me. All right, number 6.
All right,
Number
6. Here we go. Number 6. Get ready. This 80s rock band got their name from a dream that their guitar player had after a night out with bandmates and wives. Name the band.
The place went
Tick-tock.
silent.
Yes.
No, it's not Aerosmith.
This is one of the harder ones.
This,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is. It
I
actually
felt
is,
like
yeah.
less of a human for not knowing this answer.
Yeah, I didn't even know this one.
Me too.
Not the
neither.
movie Blues.
No.
No, Terry.
No.
Nope.
At
Nope.
least Boner Jams put it in the form of a question, but no, it's not Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah, I do like that. Yes. Before the question,
That'd be one
can
hell
you
of
get a
dream,
half
too.
point for a form of a question? Because that's a lot more typing.
Yeah, we can go with half a point. Oh, Jimmy Ray. Jimmy
Jimmy
Ray's
Ray.
got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're over here reading funny ones, and Jimmy Ray had it.
Yeah.
Right on, dude.
He's
Good
the
job,
man.
Jimmy Ray.
I was keeping an eye on the chat.
So it's a
Jimmy
6-person race now, huh?
Yes, it is. If
Jeez.
everybody gets
Two
one,
right
then
away.
Where the fuck is Sova here? I mean, he's
So what-
he's not even in the game.
what
yet.
Yeah, like I'm here. Where's Sova? Come on.
Tell you what happens if you get a 10-way tie.
Oh, Lord.
Right?
This has
Oh,
never
dear
happened
Lord.
6. So let's keep going. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
come
just
on,
me.
kids.
I'll come
I
up
got
with
a bunch
trivia
of new
question for a
stuff, man.
tiebreaker. How about
Come on.
that?
Let's roll. All right. All right. So
Number 7.
Wow.
Number 7.
Mm.
He's out of He's probably at the Richie Coxon show too, probably.
Probably.
I couldn't go to that one. They had it close to me.
I think he was out tonight at a show.
Yeah.
Keith, is that right?
I think I think he was at a show. Yeah.
Wow, Boner James is showing his varied musical taste. He went for Cannibal Corpse and Depeche Mode.
Depeche Mode, yeah, that's quite the range.
Completely unchanged. That makes sense.
All right, let's do this.
All righty,
All
let's
right.
go. Number 7.
Number 7. Here we go. Kaboom. This rock star's 1984 album came the first album by a Canadian to be certified diamond in Canada.
Ooh.
Name the rock star.
Oh, I thought I had my trivia question based on that question. So there we go.
Oh boy. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ooh,
Oh, graphite
cigars
yeah.
right in there.
Yeah, bada bing, first roll.
Where is it at? It hadn't come up.
Graphite and cigars.
Where is it at?
I think this is the farthest we've gone with 7 straight, isn't it? In a long.
There it is.
Well,
Right
someone's got
at
to
it.
throw a wrench into things. Is all I'm saying.
How long's it been?
Hey,
since
see you,
we've gone
dude.
this
Good to
far?
see
Hi,
you,
Michael
man.
B.
Peter North.
Good to see you, my friend.
Michael, welcome, dude.
Saga.
Right
Saga's
on.
a good album.
So,
Hey,
Michael,
brother.
you're just in time. We're
Number 8.
on number 8, a 10-shot
You
rock
still have a
and roll
chance to
trivia.
win. It's a 7-way tie.
It's a 7-person tie so far, so it's anyone's game still.
Yeah. Butt Cheeks is getting hand cramp from writing down all the different names. He's like, somebody got to say one. I can just put a tick.
There's Terry. What's up?
All
right.
This.
Number 8 we're going to. Okay.
Number 8.
Number
All
8.
Right. Some are easy, some are hard. Number 8. Here we go.
Number 8.
These two guys are the only two continuous members of the Rolling Stones throughout their history. Give their first names, both of them. That's all.
I'm predicting another first-time person here.
It's not Milli Vanilli. No.
Prove me wrong.
Not
Just
Jessica
Robin
either.
No, it's not Robin Van.
Oh, Michael B. Live.
Oh, Michael B. coming with some heat.
Right on.
8-way tie.
Wow.
Wow.
And the rest are
They're all behind him.
following right behind him.
Bona Jam.
And I assume if I see that name first, your guys, because I have the slowest internet connection, that you already saw what I saw.
Yeah.
I just was so excited.
Maybe.
Right
Teeth
on.
and,
Lee.
Teeth and Mick. Mick and Mick. All right,
All
number
right.
9, man. Number 9.
So it's an 8-way tie. Is that what you said?
8-way.
Yeah, so far it's an
Eight-way.
8-way tie.
It's a big old orgy here.
Man, y'all gonna clean my desk off tonight.
No shit, dude.
They all win. Crap.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
mail.
right? Welcome to Oprah.
Someone's
Get your
gotta
stamps
get it.
ready, bro.
It is
You have to
my
take the pick 'em up
pleasure.
truck to the
Dude.
post
My
office.
pleasure. All right, so that was number 8. Good night in the morning. This has never happened, dude.
No.
Never gone this
You're
far.
not the first person to say that to me. No.
All right, so before we proceed with
We'll talk
number
about that
9,
later.
That's an off-air story, Keith. That's an off-air story.
Yeah,
Before
that's-
we
we'll go back to the
proceed
green room on that one.
with number 9, we want to
Yep.
thank Ben for being
Oh,
here
absolutely.
tonight. And
Absolutely.
for all of you, do you watch Ben's live streams on Sunday and Monday and his other
better.
stuff? You should, yeah.
Good.
Better.
His links are
Cooler
down
if you
below. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I will
They are.
unsubscribe you if you don't.
So yeah.
Cool.
So number 9.
Number 9.
Number
Yeah.
9.
So
Number
number
9.
9.
Number 9.
Here we go. Ben Coombs' world-famous YouTube show, Canucks with Guitars, every Monday at 8 p.m., by the way, was not always done at Ben's place. Where were the first several Canuck shows filmed at? Location.
What do I think Terry's going to get?
And I
this
know
time?
some of y'all have been around since
It's gonna
those
be a
days.
9-way
and I
tie
know
now.
others have probably caught them on replay.
Oh, is that his name? Oh, which
I think we
did
should go
Tom
with
get it or Michael B. Live
Let's
get
say
it?
Tom.
Michael B. Michael B.
Wasn't that his name though? Richie Shanahan.
Yeah, Richard Shanahan.
Yeah.
But if it was in
Oh,
his basement,
But
Yeah.
Shanahan's basement, yeah.
Plus, then it's a 9-way tie because Mazel. The studio. I wish Lawnmower Tapes. I wish.
This answer, Tommy's answer, is ahead of Michael's.
all right, 9-way tie.
Yep. All right.
Had a cafe
We're
in
going there.
Vietnam.
So
right.
we got a 9-way tie going into
9-way tie. Peter.
That David, that goes back 4 years.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think I've done a show from that location in 4+ years.
All right.
Actually, be right around 4 years ago.
And we have to tell the backstory to this though.
All right.
Because Tea Cake over here, he had a different answer, didn't he?
Well, okay. So the show was original. So what happened was I was picking up a pedal for Shanahan. Okay, taking over to his place. And I thought, hey, why don't we do a live unboxing? Which basically became a 1-hour show. And then the next week it was called Canucks with Guitars. Rich went from special guest to co-host. And we did that for a year. And there was a handful of times we were doing once a month for a few months live on location from Arden's music.
Yeah. Not at the vape shop, okay?
I would also go live from the vape shop, but that was not the Canucks show.
No.
So, but the actual Canucks with Guitars show,
Right.
yes.
But yeah, it was Shanahan's basement.
Nice.
Yeah, and
With
we
the
were
acoustic
all-
guitar hanging off the beam and
Mhm.
oh yeah. which was also the Honey Badger Outfits rehearsal space.
And I was totally off. I thought Art of Music was first before Shanahan's.
Yeah, little in the unboxing, he did it off camera, Keith, because he wasn't familiar with live unboxings.
I'm getting the pen and paper ready, B. I think I might need it.
Oh, all right. I got to get ready for this because this next one involves a prop.
This one. Yeah, this one. Well, it involves a prop after the answer. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. So good luck. It is a 9-way tie. It is still anybody's. We are gonna. If somebody who we're going to send out at least 9 prize packs.
Could be 10.
Wow.
I got to go to the post office anyway. But
yeah,
9
get your stamps ready, brother.
packs. Yeah, I got enough stamps. Don't worry. Yeah. And envelopes. No, and picks. And stuff. And swag.
Yeah, fortunately, Tony has all the picks.
Do you have 9 Frampton acoustic stamps?
We're going to have some fun with this.
Okay.
You get some.
Right.
We are going to have some. Yeah. We're going to open up the vault.
Ooh.
Plus the new stuff that I hadn't showed you yet, and they can take that if they want.
Let's do number 10 because we know
they
Ben's
might
got a
like
hard
the
stuff.
new stuff. They might say, "Give me the new stuff."
They may.
Yeah, I think they might, dude.
Let's see what we got.
Keith knows what it
if
is.
no one wins, we'll see. If it's a 10-way tie, we'll see.
Yeah, all right.
Typewriters ready, boys and girls.
We're not getting
Kids,
this one.
Thank you for being here.
Nice.
Good luck.
Yep.
Ooh.
Okay.
Very nice.
So,
number 10.
All right, B.
I'm rooting for a 10th person. I'm not gonna lie.
I know you are.
Watch. All right. So Ben.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it right now. All right, number 10. Who put the hole
in
this
guitar? Oh, Dan already has it.
Not
Dan
this
got
hole.
it. Dan got it.
Dan!
The winner.
With the deuce for the win.
Dan is the winner.
Where is it? Let me scroll down. Where is Dan at? There he is.
Above. There it is.
All right, so you want to tell this story, Ben?
The year, I believe, was 1983? 82, 83. This guitar was generally kept in its case. And one of the few times the old man put this on the guitar stand and got up to do something, some sibling of mine, let's call her Amanda, kind of maybe pushed it over and something I think it was another guitar stand. It fell into the another guitar stand and put a puncture wound, which, my dad being a, professional musician, installed this load-bearing decal from a folk festival, which, you can slightly see, but the crack hasn't spread in 40 years. I'll tell you that much. The decal did its job. And she's held steady. And you see the pick guards lifting because that's what Martins do. Yeah. It's a 3-to-1. Oh, man, you smell lacquer. I swear.
Still, to this day, you still smell the lacquer.
Well, they got to smell. Like, it smells like Dad's Martin. It's got to smell. That's all I can say. Yeah.
So we have a winner, is that right?
We do. It's Dan
of New Jersey.
Dan in New Jersey.
Yeah.
All righty. So Dan is the big winner.
I'm really not surprised. Dan's a pretty smart man. Might be even the smartest man in New Jersey. I can't deny it. He's been around the community for a long time. He's a wily veteran, is what I'm going to refer to him as, because I'm pretty sure I knew about Dan of New Jersey before I even started my channel.
Very smart, almost too smart for his own good.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Dan
He's
is awesome.
self-admitted on that.
So that right there is what Keith showed you earlier, the J. Turner Mean Street guitar pick. Speaking of Mean Street, those guys are playing tonight. They go on at 11 and a half an hour in High Point.
Nice.
And
I know that area.
yeah, and a
Petty
nice
country.
place.
Just saying.
Mean
That's petty
Street.
country.
We'll be visiting Mean Street in a very upcoming.
Level Cross is just down the road, Keith.
That's right.
Just.
I know.
All right,
I'm moving
so
there soon.
Dan, there is
I don't blame
your.
you. I do not blame you at all.
There is your. You will get the prize pack. But let me
Excuse me.
show you what I have for new stuff.
Yeah.
Cannot
so
believe
for-
we went 9 winners in.
I know.
A new
Never.
course record.
It is.
So as
Exactly.
far as new prizes, okay.
Yep.
So check this out.
Yeah. Show us your new toys. Ooh.
Ooh.
Doink.
No.
Doink.
Wow. Look at that.
That's the sound of my nipples getting hard.
Dirt.
I'm like a little girl.
Mine have been hard since the start of the show. Ronnie Wood. Just saying.
There's some of those, and there's some
said
of
wood.
these.
Very nice. Badass.
Some pretty happening picks there.
Yeah,
Is that what
man.
the graphics on? I'm curious how the grip level is.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Victim.
they stand out really well too.
Mm-hmm. Like
It
it,
looks
you
like-
can tell like there's some girth to the print. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, like an embossing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
good-
we'll
a good
we'll be
heavy-duty
including those in. And as
Nice.
far as other new stuff goes, let's show you this real quick. So this is
And thank you, Caleb and Vic, for those picks.
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the new
That's a
bass
kick-ass.
player for Firehouse.
Oh.
I know them.
Oh,
I don't know
Yeah.
them, but I know of them. Well, I don't want people
Yeah.
accusing me of stuff, butt cheeks. You know. Oh, you know
Well,
them? No, I don't know them. I just know of them.
All right.
But other people I do know. So
Yeah, man.
Luke Bryan, know of him, don't know.
Don't know.
I'm going to guess he's from Georgia, based on the peanut on the pic.
I think he is. Yeah. All right.
I believe
So
that's
so
the peanut
this
state.
Or he really
This
likes
is
Mr. Peanut.
from the
Oh,
new Pantera tour, the Rex.
easy there, Symmetry. Easy.
Ooh,
And
wow.
this was from late 2022
Nice.
when they were in South America.
Well, you can tell because it looks very South American. See, that's actually Pantera
Yeah, it
is written in Spanish there. That's the Spanish,
But that's Rex, right?
which ironically
there.
is the same as the English spelling. Who knew, right?
yeah.
Hey, look
And
at that.
yeah, he probably drew that.
So this right here, this has a story behind it. This guitar pick.
Aberdeen, Washington.
Ooh.
I know that.
Rosevere's Music Center. So Rosevere's Music Center is the music store where both Kurt
Aberdeen, it says.
Cobain,
Yep.
I was
where
going to say
Kurt
Kurt
Cobain and Chris Novoselic first bought their instruments and took their first lessons.
Nice. Did they meet there, or did they already know each
I
other?
don't know that. I don't know that.
That gets them into the, that's the.
Let me
the
show you
Western
some
goal.
Stones, some Ronnie Wood stuff.
Ooh, Fillmore.
The
Nice.
Fillmore.
How about it? What do you think?
Nice.
Oh, I love that one. That is beautiful.
This is from just. a couple
Oh,
years ago.
Come on!
oh God.
Oh, look
Tell
at
me
that.
how doubles of that for me.
Look at that.
Come on, that is splooge worthy. Oh, splash fest.
The blue tongue.
You might have something that looks like this, Ben.
I do.
He does. He just
Yeah, he
held
does.
it
He
up.
just showed it. Yeah.
That is. Oh wait, no, I don't know. Wait, hang on.
No, not that one.
Oh,
No,
oh,
no, different year, isn't it?
I well, see now my eyes. I want to say mine is 2006, but my
Hold it
eyes
up
are just so
there.
blurry. I don't know. Maybe someone else can make that out. I can't make that.
Pull it back a little.
Focus.
Back it down.
Oh,
Yep,
it is
2006.
Yeah, it is.
It's
See,
an
now I
06, man.
Same one.
Same one.
Okay,
Nice.
so the first time ever on this channel, I'm gonna say I already have that one.
Right
I
on.
got that.
somebody already sent me one.
There you
Fruitcake
go.
Tony.
All right, bro. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Oh
one,
man,
too.
yeah, that's beautiful. I love it how these just like pop. You know, those tour Texas pop.
Yeah, with the mother of toilet seat.
Yeah. Giant Stadium. Oh my lord.
This is the jewel of the bunch.
That's
that's
so
an
old.
Oldie. Urban Jungle. Wow. Damn, bro. Where do you get this shit?
Got a guy.
I know.
Wizard
You got a guy.
and Warlock.
I'm just saying. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, Tony goes on these quests, and I mean, at the end of the quest is a chest full of vintage picks, apparently, because I don't know where else you're going to find them. Fort Knox.
He's part of the Fellowship of the Pick.
Well, that's why he's got the parking spot right out front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Handicapped people are jealous of him.
That's right.
Oh, that blue one, though, too.
I know.
The blue variant. I don't know what it is. I shouldn't like it, but I love it. It's the ice blue version.
Yeah.
I love
Ice-
that. I love that more
blue.
than the white one.
But the one in the middle, that's the one I would sleep with at night. You know, I'm just saying.
Okay, you
Stuck
could
in
have
my
that
face
one.
every morning.
Read that, B.
I got
I'll
it.
take the bluey. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful.
That's some
gorgeous.
top-notch gear right there.
Top notch. Top
Gorgeous. Oh man,
Yep.
that there was pick porn.
Twas. So yeah, Ronnie Wood, legend, rocker of the mullet for decades, and nobody cares. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. But not just the mullet,
Sometimes it's longer, sometimes it's shorter.
the peacock
Mullet was cool.
Yeah. The spike on top, and
The spike, yeah,
Kinda
it's gotta
long,
have
yeah.
that spike, yeah, hell yeah.
oh, thanks, Bo. Yeah, that Marshall is it's working. It's serving a purpose and serving it well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the great thing about that Marshall is, Keith? It really sounds a lot like a Marshall. Which is, not every Marshall you get sounds like a Marshall. You're like, what? I can't dial in the sound that I'm thinking I should hear. This one does. It's friendly.
You get all the sounds.
I can get, yeah. Surprising how little gain is on the classic gain channel, which I did because I don't need much in the way of gain there. But then if I want, the other channel's got all the gain.
Good.
I haven't put it past like 2. It's already.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's working out.
No 11 knob needed, huh?
Yeah. So it was like, have you cranked it up yet? I'm like, no. We got a retired musician right above the amp. So, yeah. Once spring hits, out into the garage it goes, and then we're going to crank it to how much can I? Does it go to 11, 10, 11? Whatever it goes to. We'll dime it. Make a video. You won't hear it because it'll be all because it's just overpowering the microphone.
Yeah.
But I'll be going, yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to ask, how's Dad doing?
Kids, before we wrap things up and wind things down, and before I forget, and Duke's winning by 7 with 3 seconds left. Anyway, but if you kids want custom guitar picks, we know people. There's a dude, Greg at Legend Picks, will take very good care of you. Contact him, tell him I sent you.
Mm-hmm.
Send him your artwork and your specs, and he will certainly take care of you. You want a custom guitar built? You know somebody? We do. Daily Custom Designs. Look in the links. You want a guitar like this? Cigar box? Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right on.
I want Lenny Lou's.
Ben's got one.
I do.
I want Lenny Lou's. I want the one with the kill switch.
Sounds good in a
B
Marshall.
squared.
Sounds good into a
Takes
Marshall.
care of you. Yeah.
Sure
yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does. Has a droning effect, but I think that's the constant feedback. But that's okay. You just don't stop playing.
There you go.
It's like being on a treadmill that's a little too fast.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep going.
There you go.
Hope you don't fall off.
There you go.
All right,
Brendan,
kids.
what's your preference on that? Copper slide, glass slide, metal slide?
I personally like ceramic.
Ceramic?
I've got a ceramic that I know I got a gal actually. So she
Ooh.
and she sells them through CB Giddy, which is where I get a lot of my parts and stuff. But
Nice.
she makes them, and I had a bunch made actually.
I like
These
a
are the
brass
ceramic
slide
ones.
because the strings are dead, and I don't know what strings if I ever replace the strings on the cigar box guitar. So I just use a brighter slide to compensate for the dead strings.
But glass is good too, Keith. I mean, if I had to pick two,
I use
it'd be
glass.
ceramic and glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
glass man myself, and I finally this year I found one to fit the nub.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Glass slides are great.
yeah.
Definitely play them on a carpeted floor, but if it breaks on the carpeted floor, which they will, because it doesn't matter if it's a carpeted floor, they still shatter. Then you're screwed because now you got
Don't
glass
drop
on the
them.
carpeted floor.
You do.
Keith, I didn't think of that. You could play a mean slide, bro.
Fucking A, Maynard. That's what I do with this, man.
Right on.
I go to town with this.
Sweet.
I do. And this is the only
do have a
slide
magnesium
that I
one as
found
well,
in San Diego.
so.
The only
Yes, I've
slide
seen
that
it.
fits my finger.
I think you gave one away like a year or so ago, didn't you, Ben? I think you did.
I'm not going to say that's coming up on 4 years, but we're getting old.
Well,
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Yeah,
that.
scary. Yeah, NAM 2019, Summer
Yeah,
NAM.
because I didn't win it, so that's why I remember.
Yeah. Right.
Nice. Cool.
And as usual, the guy who won it didn't stick around the channel. So
Oh, of course.
I stopped doing contests. People kept unsubscribing after they
know.
won. I'm like, how does that work? Do not
that's not cool.
unsubscribe when you win here.
Oh.
No,
Oh, no.
no, they keep coming back from work.
Yeah,
Don't
we
worry.
got a cool crowd here.
They always come back.
Cool,
from work.
man.
I recognize most of the names.
Thanks everybody for
Thank you.
watching tonight.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it.
We do
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much.
Type Ronnie in the
Always good
chat.
to see you. Highlight of our week. Absolutely every week. Saturday night, 9:00 comes, man. Boom.
Mhm.
Ben, always a pleasure to see you, bro.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for letting me go off on my tangents. Tomorrow night I got Rob Cunningham from Didario coming on.
Nice.
Coming back on. So that'll
That'll
fun.
be a good show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Monday night, be hanging out with Symmetry and or SMY Tree and Terry doing conducts with guitars. And then they get the next Monday off. Who do we got? Oh, yeah. Sean Pierce Johnson's coming up the next Sunday after that. Then Charles 75N and Randy Crooks. And then we're into April. And
NASCAR nuts.
well,
on a regular
once
week.
I land that guest in April, then I can figure out the rest of the schedule.
Yeah.
So, thanks,
Yeah.
everyone, for tuning in. If you're new,
Man.
please subscribe. And if you're returning, of course, welcome back. Of course, I say that at
Awesome.
the beginning of the videos, not at the end, but that's how I roll.
Ben, always good to see you, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow in the chat, 8 p.m. Eastern. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
right on. So, Ben, hang out a moment or two. Everybody, we're going to take you. We have a special treat. We're going to take you live to High Point, North Carolina, where Mean Street is fixing to take the stage. And if you guys got your YouTube on, cut it off. I'm going to bring, let's see what these guys are up to.
Oh, boy.
Hey guys,
What's up?
Jay Turner, what's happening?
you probably can't see us, but we're getting ready to go on.
You
see
hiding
it?
underneath the stage, dude?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Have a good gig.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Nice. Look at
Rip
that.
it up, brothers. Love you.
Awesome.
Kirby's the man. Smooth man on the bass right there.
Right on, Jay.
Oh, I miss doing that.
You guys kill him. You guys kill him tonight, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tear it up, brother.
Little evanescence. Wake me up.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Cool.
Jay
Sweet.
Turner and Mean Street about to take the stage. will be, let me give them one last heads up before we sign off. Let's find it. Keith, where's it at? There it is. In a couple of weeks here, we're going to Greensboro, dude, with Mean Street Live on April the 8th.
Cool.
We're not sure about our start time as of yet here on the channel, but we
make sure the bell's rung. That's what the bell's for. Ring that bell.
Yep.
So we'll be live
going.
pre-show, post-show. I think those guys, I think they're saying next week they're playing 2 sets. They normally play just one big long set. They're playing 2 next week. So or that week at that place. So looking forward to that.
This guy and I will be at the helm while this guy is out there.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. Not sure on our start time yet, but Mean Street, live with Mean Street on the road tripping. Yes, we will be.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night.
All right.
So much fun.
All right, kids, we're out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Nice to see you. Have a great weekend.
Algorithms.
Subscribe if you're not already. Leave a thumbs up on the video.
Comment if you're watching on replay. Especially if you've watched the replay to this point and haven't left a comment. Shame.
And don't forget
you're obviously a fan, so just say hi. That's all you have to do. Just say 2 letters.
Hi.
Enter.
Hi.
That's right. Exactly. And congratulations to Dan in New Jersey again, the big winner, 10-shot rock and roll trivia. We had a 9.
He saved Tony a bunch of stamps.
Did we have a 9-way tie?
He saved 29 stamps.
We did have a 9-way tie.
And so it came down to Dan was the spoiler. But it could have been anyone, though.
It could have been.
But I would have.
It would have been if I was there.
I would have mailed out 10 somethings. And we would have found out what everybody wanted to.
It could still happen again, because we do it every week, folks.
Right on.
Yeah. You got to be in it to win it, though.
Yes, you do.
Cheers, folks.
Yeah. See you next week. We'll see you Wednesday, hopefully, right here, talking about Van Halen. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we do on Wednesday right there. See you Wednesday. But otherwise, we'll see you right back here next week. Fleetwood Mac, Show Me Your Pick with Andrew Walton from the 5150 show.
That's going to be a great show.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be a great show, yeah.
All right, we're out of here. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Peace.
Will do, Tom.
Fatality.
He said wood.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
He said wood. Yeah, wood, yeah.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. Missed the button.